Hey, Jody and Russell, how you doing? Good evening. Hey, Jody and Russell, how you doing? Had to check on the boondog. Hey, Jim, how you doing? Hi, Booner. Lay down, Boone. Lay down. Well, Boone's out laying down outside. Yep. I don't think he's in here. Let me check. No, he's outside. Come here, Boner. Anybody wants to say hi to you? Come here. Come here, Boner. Come here. Come here. Yeah. Come here. Come on up here. Boner. Come here. Bone. What? Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Such a good boy. You're a licker. You like to lick too, don't you? Yes, you do. You like to lick. Yes, you do. You like to give kisses. Okay, go lay down. Lay down. Go lay down. Lay down. Come here and lay down. Nah, he went back outside. It's kind of warm out there, 75 degrees. Hey, Dusty, how you doing? Russell, Jim, Brenda. How's your hand doing, Brenda? Good? Right back. I got to pitch some peanuts. The squirrels are knocking on the window. Oh, happy bunch of squirrels now. Dominic. Okay, Dominic. I'd rather have you on here, but that's good. You can do whatever you want to do. Jonathan is here. Hello, Jonathan. How are you doing, Jonathan? Good? I hope.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yeah, I was still in the chat. What's
Okay.
going on? How you doing today?
Dominic's in the chat. I don't know if he's going to come on or not, but
Like him and Marcus in the chat.
Dominic, yep, he's in the chat. North Side Hawk. Jim's here. Brenda's here.
Did you get your radio?
No, it doesn't come till this coming weekend, Saturday.
Oh, I thought they said you have it in 3 days. East Coast DS. What's good, everybody in the chat? How y'all doing?
Here comes Mark White. Hello, Mark.
Hi, Paul, Jonathan.
What's good, Mark? Oh, what's going on with you?
It's bloody cold, mate. That's what's going on.
I'm about to say it must be. I see you with that New York hat on.
Yeah, I'm just about to go outside for a smoke.
I didn't know you smoked.
Told
Yeah,
him that the last time he said he was going out for a smoke.
I
So
actually
that's what I'm sitting outside doing myself.
started smoking in 1971.
Cigarettes or cigars?
Cigarettes.
Okay.
But then again, Then I-
1970.
I gave up in 1997. And
That was the year the war ended, wasn't it?
unfortunately, I started again at about 2017, something like that.
Beautiful outside today.
Mhm.
How's every-
So what have you been doing all day today, Jonathan? Just hanging?
Yeah, just hanging out with Pink this morning.
Not working.
Mm-mm. By the time y'all come on, I'm already off the clock. When I go back in, y'all already off the clock.
Yeah, that's okay then.
A lot of work to hang out with Pink, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's fun. It's fun. She cool. It's good to have a real friend.
Is that a real name or is it just a nickname?
Oh, that's a nickname. I gave it a nickname when I met her, 18 years ago? And she actually got it tattooed on her. So we called it that ever since.
For English, press 1. Para español.
You speak Spanish, press 2.
Yeah. Well, it's all spam calls.
Oh, well, hang it up. You don't want to talk to her. Get them all the time.
Started doing that quite a bit over here now as well.
And don't get well.
2 for Welsh.
Yeah, called me one time and said, call to see if you want to sell your house. I said, yeah, I'll trade you for yours.
There's a ship coming up. I can't leave you guys alone, can I?
You can if you want,
All right,
usually.
what we gonna do?
Huh?
What we gonna do? Throw email at each other?
Well, you'd have to
You
watch the
good?
channel.
You good? Paul, Justin and they'll probably be here soon. Probably be a full house by the time you get back.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go if you guys say it's all right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Been flying lately, Mark?
You what?
You been flying lately?
I haven't.
Yeah.
haven't. Just done the updates on the controllers for the Fly app 18.2 on the RC2.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. That's the Mini 5 update, I believe.
I've got the Mini 4 Pro.
Yeah, they put it on the controller anyway, though.
Yeah. Well, they put that one a while back. They've just done a few additions to it and corrected a few faults with it over the past week or two.
Everybody who wants seen one
Mm.
got a problem with it. They had to crash it or something ain't working right. Or...
Yeah, there's a couple that have crashed it, I think, already. I was watching a video by Jack Half Chrome, and he says he's crashed it during active track.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I've seen cats on YouTube comparing it to the L3S.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched Joe's video earlier, the one on his Air 3S going around the lighthouse.
Oh, I ain't catch that one yet. I check my notifications. Get my notifications. Digital. Digital. What's good, man?
And Justin,
Yeah,
What's happening?
I'm on the way home.
tell you're in your car.
Pull up, you cunt. God, you fucking people, I swear.
Road rage.
I hate when they're sitting at stoplights and they fucking want to park 2 car lengths apart from each other. Like, pull up so people can get in the turning lane.
Yeah.
Just in case somebody do something crazy, they can get the hell out of there.
Well, this ain't Chicago. They'll be all right.
Well, no matter where it is these days. I saw what it was I saw in the news.
Now, if you're in Chicago, you want to keep 2 car lengths between the cars. That way you can run the red lights and shit goes down.
There was some kind of killing on the news this morning. Cat killed a couple people or something. Killed about 6 people or something. I had to watch it again. Really catch the whole thing.
This morning, I went and looked it up. Yeah, I guess I did reverse it. I wanted to go look it up before I said anything.
Crazy.
Well, I watched the second episode of Tulsa King. It was a bit slow.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as the first episode. They need to go ahead and get down to some action. I want to see some fight.
Nice out today though.
Yeah,
Really.
been sunny here, but it's not been warm.
We're getting a little bit of that rain from the side of that hurricane going up the coast, but not too bad. There ain't nothing there. Just some rain and a little breeze, and that's it.
Mm.
Update.
It's just crazy how that one hurricane was just coming straight in towards the Carolinas, and then it just hooked a hard right, and was just like, nope, I'm gone.
What's the you?
Well, luckily that other one was out there because apparently that other hurricane the bigger one that was off to the right from it, I guess, was strong enough where it was pulling it away from the coast,
Yeah.
which was a good thing. But it just hooked right, like just straight hooked right.
Yeah, I saw it on the forecast. Shit was a good thing, boy. They tore some stuff up.
Yeah, we were getting some of like outer bands, but it was nothing. It's like a regular rainstorm here. Nothing crazy.
Great. Dre, how you doing, man?
Doing all right.
Hey, Dre.
I'm surprised Justin is showing his face, or I should say, at least his voice.
And he's on his way off of work with a little bit of road rage.
How's them affiliates acting right now, Justin?
His mic is off. He must have did
No,
something.
now he getting quiet.
Agent Mr. Strictly.
Mhm.
Leave him alone. I don't want him causing no accident trying to get home. Yeah. What you been up to, Mr. Jonathan?
And put the Ed 3 on Facebook. Marketplace, and these replies from these people is critical.
The Air 3.
Yeah. Well, I got the Ed 3S, so I don't
I
need
thought
it.
that was your favorite go-to.
Nah, I got the Ed 3S.
Oh,
I got the
okay,
Ed 2S,
okay.
the Ed 3S, the Mini 4, and the Mavic 4 Pro. I don't need the Ed 3.
Okay.
Just sit there and look pretty.
I hear you. And Mr. Mark, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you, Dre. You?
Well, it's Monday.
Yeah.
Another week started. Trying to get some things going here. I did a map of the corporate yard, so I can provide that for the firefighters and PD if they need it.
hmm
Jonathan, you need to convince Paul to lift up his mattress, give you some of that money under there for that drone.
Don't y'all get Paul involved in nothing else.
Okay. Look, I would have traded him for the Mini 5, but that didn't go right for him, so I just went ahead and put it on Marketplace.
Y'all just let Paul be.
Yeah, because
It seems like every time y'all mention purchasing something, he always gets himself deeper in problems.
No, we didn't tell him to buy the scam bike. We didn't tell him to buy the scam drone. When we give him a legitimate deal, he doesn't want it. But then when he finds a scam deal, he always goes for it.
Yeah, well, that's
And
what I
we
say.
tell
Y'all
him-
don't even speak about drones being for sale or new drones. Y'all should speak about just the weather with Paul, period. Because it just seems like every other day I jump on here, he don't buy something at a price that no one in their good mind would ever think was real, let alone he talking to scammers on the phone. And I mean, what else could go wrong?
Don't ask that question. You know when you ask that question, you found out, right?
Well, I just told him that controller TJ, I said, do 145. That'd be like an extra 15, 20 bucks for shipping. Send it through the post office. Do that fits if it ships box. It's like, what, $10 to ship it or something? No, he goes to UPS and spends like 60 bucks to send it one day. And I was like, oh my God, did you just cut a hole into your profit?
Yeah. That's just my point.
I told him to just send it to the post office, to send it 1 week and let it mosey on through the post office.
He'll waste money on one end and then trying to be ultra cheap on the other end.
That is true. Well, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
That's your
that's what I
boy.
said. When he gets on here, y'all just talk about the weather and the dog. That's it.
The UPS is like the most expensive one to ship with.
Now I think FedEx is.
I don't know. Ever since they did those pay raises for UPS, they've gotten a little bit more pricier.
Yeah,
'Cause
maybe
their minimum starting salaries now is like what, $45 an hour or some shit.
Mm,
But their turnover rate has gotten crazy low. Like they're not losing a lot of people.
no, not when you pay them that kind of money. Well, I mean, UPS has always had a good retention program to work for because what it is, they hire folks this time of year for the Christmas rush coming up. And then
That gets their
they'll
foot in the door.
maybe select the cream of the crop, the best of the best, to offer them a full-time slot.
Right.
Yeah, because it's hard to get a job
Other
at
than,
UPS.
'cause I think the drivers are all Teamsters, so they have, that's the only time things get crazy when they go on strike.
Yeah, it's hard to get a job with UPS. It's not easy.
No, like I say, they only offer them to the cream of the crop, and that's usually who they pick through their Christmas time hiring, which usually starts around August, September time frame. And I say, if they hire 100 of those guys, maybe less than 10 will be offered a full-time position.
Then one year I was waiting for a part to come in and, from UPS. This was like 2 weeks before Christmas. Dude didn't get to my house till 11:30 at night.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
They were out that late fucking delivering because they were so far behind. Dude said he went back to the depot like 2 or 3 times in one day to fill up his truck. I was like, good God.
Yeah, they definitely behind.
Oh, they get mad overtime during Christmas time, during the holidays.
Yeah, I don't like that crap when they come up and I say, man, you hit my house before the street light come on. Don't be coming pick up package at 10, 11 o'clock at night. If I hear you tiptoeing around the yard and stuff, you might get surprised.
Well, see, when I
Okay.
worked for the gas company, they were very adamant not to be out past 7 p.m.
Mhm.
Unless there was an absolute emergency, like, there was a gas main break or something in the neighborhood, then you would respond with the fire department and everybody. You know what I'm saying? But you weren't to be out, like, checking meters and all that. Once that sun went down, that was it. Like, you didn't do anything else. That was the first thing they'd warn you about when you got hired. Make sure you have your uniform on, your safety vest. Make sure you don't go out past sundown.
Makes sense. By that time, about 7, everybody home.
Yeah, see, I waited till like 9 o'clock when it said my package was supposed to be there. And I just assumed, okay, they were behind. It's going to end up being here tomorrow. And then I get a notice from UPS on my email saying they had delivered it. I walk out there and see the guy walking back to his truck, fucking 11:30 at night. I was like, good God. That's the latest I've ever seen a delivery person out delivering something, unless they were like Uber Eats or something.
Yeah,
But then you'd be
they can't do that
expected.
everywhere. In some states, they ain't about to do that. Man. Some states, they know better than to do that there.
Them boys, when they get those helpers in their truck, man, they'd be jumping out, fucking run up and down the street. I see some of them, the drivers won't even get out of the truck. They'll just drive down the street. The guy will jump out, boom, package, jump back in the truck, they go to the next house, boom, boom.
In your town? In your town, Justin?
Oh, yeah. During Christmas time, they have the UPS people that like Dre was saying, they hire the helpers. And you can get a temporary job during like 3, 4 months
Usually
out of the
start
year.
hiring
So
around late August through September and work you all the way through maybe mid-January at the latest. Sometimes they cut you off right before Christmas.
depends on how backed up they are.
Yeah. That's why I say sometimes they go as far as January.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know of a lot of people that have tried getting jobs at UPS. I only know one person that's ever gotten a job there since I lived here, and it took him 3 years.
Mm.
And he put in his application about 6 times over that 3 years. Kept calling and bugging and bugging. They finally called him back.
Did he get full time?
I'm not sure. He worked with me at Walmart for about 3, 4 years. And then he got the job there and he disappeared. I never saw him again. So I'm not sure what happened to him after that.
Be back. Somebody's at my door.
He put his 2 weeks in when he got the job with UPS. I'm gonna assume it was full time. I don't know, but he got a job as a driver. So the utility companies are really hard to get jobs with. They usually only hire as guys are retiring and going out. Usually you have to get a job. I worked with when I was doing. He had been for 5 years before they finally hired him. A couple guys retired out, and he got one of the.
Yeah. We missed quite a bit of that, Justin. You must have been going through a bad spot.
Oh yeah, this is the spot. I don't know.
I'm back.
I'm about to pull up to the house. I'll be back on in a few minutes.
Okay.
All right. Dre, how your grandson doing with that drone, man?
I haven't had a chance to get with him. I think he's been over the house maybe once, and I had to be gone somewhere else. I haven't had a chance to interact with him much because I know my wife had told him to bring it over, so if he wanted to fly with me, but he didn't. So I don't know for sure. Like I said, when you got a divided household, I don't try to cause no rift.
Mm.
You gotta teach him though. You the pilot.
Oh yeah, like I say, he come over and Grandpa take care of him. He definitely get taken care of. But I don't know if the drone is at his mother's house or at my son's house.
Ah, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because like I said, I have bought him a HO scale train set, a lot of parts to it, and I guess it got to his mother's house, and it's still sitting in a box that he got on Christmas.
Oh man. And she ain't trying to set it up.
No, man, she ain't trying to let him set it up or nothing. So I'm like, okay.
Which drone has he got then?
I bombed that Neo,
All
and I
right.
got him with the RC2 controller.
Yeah.
Once I got it and found out, like I said, there's some of the newer phones have an issue with the I guess Fly app or whatever you're supposed to get it with, and it wouldn't get on his phone. I couldn't put it on none of my phones. So I said, screw it. I'll just go get the RC2 for him. And
Where
that
did you where did you download the Fly app from?
DJI straight off the
Okay.
we call it the code little we call it CR code or
QR code on the side of the
yeah
box?
QR code,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah,
thing
that what I'm
said
about to say. That's probably what you want to do.
that thing said and it not happening here. So I was
Oh
like,
wow.
I tried. I spent like almost a half a day trying to find a phone that would, accept it. And I was like, no, I'm just going to go the other route, get the controller,
Yeah.
because it was acting funny about how I think it did work on one of the old phones I had, but it was acting real weird about trying to activate it.
Yeah.
I said, oh no.
Because I
Let
know
me.
the Apple phones, they can download from the App Store.
Mm-hmm.
All the
Some of
Android
these
ones, you've got to go onto the website and download it.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is
probably
what I
not even
figured. If he takes to it, great, and he's got that RC2 controller, so that means if I want to upgrade him to a mini, 3 or 4, the RC2 will work with those also.
No, it doesn't work with the 3, only the 4.
Did you
4, okay. I knew it was one.
guys see online today? They're introducing the Neo 2.
No,
no.
I heard nothing about those Neo 2. All I
Well,
know is DJI lost their lawsuit. I said it was dismissed. So that's another strike against them. So don't matter
They
what they
lost.
build,
What
what they're trying
lawsuit?
to sell, you will not be seeing it sold here in the United States.
What lawsuit they lost, Jay?
They filed a lawsuit over a year ago about the U.S. government placing them on basically they had to
the
prove
bootleg.
they were not part of the Chinese military industrial complex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
remember that.
and that's why I was talking about last night. I said China at one point was so far behind the rest of the industrial world that they adopted a policy way back, I would say right after the Korean War, that no matter what industrial aspects of what you do, I don't care if it's steel making, electronics, whatever, as a collective, everybody's a part of the government. Okay, which means you're part of the military too. But that is why China is now one of the top 5 military forces.
Breaking up, Dre.
What do you say, Jonathan? So that's why I was saying that China has incorporated every major industrial franchise in their company falls under partial government control and military control.
Yeah.
So they've been able to build their society up faster than anyone has done over the last 70 years.
Yeah, it makes sense. Actually, yeah, you're right. You're right. Cause they went from like a hometown country. Now they got
Mm-hmm.
big old skyscraper buildings and stuff.
And all of us here are old enough to remember that when we grew up as kids, if you got something and on the bottom it said made in China, people laugh at you.
Yeah.
China was always like, growing up to always obviously all the way up through the 70s, if you got something from China, it was an inferior product.
Yeah, it was the same as made in Taiwan.
Yeah, but like I said, that's no longer the case
I
anymore.
mean, that's where all the clothes came from. Every piece of clothing
Well-
you had said made in China.
Yeah, but I mean, back when we were little kids, if you went to the little five and dime store and you got a little toy there or whatever else, it say made in China, and you'd be lucky if it lasted a day
Mhm.
and stuff. But now, because of all the innovations that have happened and the labor force situation, everything that we touch today is made in China. And that's why I tell folks, you can't get out your house without touching something that wasn't made in China. If you go to your refrigerator, it's going to be made in China or Mexico. The microwave that you may use, the stove you use, the dishwasher that's got automatic dishwasher, all of our electronics, all those companies have left the U.S. and even left Japan. Remember, Japan used to be top audio equipment that you could buy came out of Japan throughout the 70s and 80s. Now that stuff's made in China.
Sony Panasonic.
So like I said, they like I said, all these companies that basically have rebranded, because a lot of companies that used to be in the US or over in Japan, especially electronic gear, that company might have folded up its tent, and then some company in China bought the naming rights, and they keep building stuff and selling it under that name.
Mhm.
Well, they've got that reputation for years. If it's made in China, it was like considered junk, right?
Well, it was like that throughout the 50s, 60s, going through the 70s, but once about the 80s, when because of the labor difference and stuff, and the cost of labor in here in U.S. and other parts of the world, China became the preferred place to move your operations because labor was so cheap, and they had an abundance of manpower. They've always had the manpower, and then they educate their people fairly well. It ain't like they all sitting around here, thumbs at their butt. Them folks are getting educated, and so they have one of the, as you can say, they have one of the most highly educated labor force on the planet. They're way ahead of us. That's why they say it is not only so expensive for us to build stuff here, we don't have the labor force to support the items that need to be built.
Don't have the manpower.
Mm-hmm. So up and down, you see, that's why you hear about these universities and stuff, and why Trump and Rubio is trying to cut off all these work visas and charging these exorbitant amount of money, because they know a lot of these folks have come over here and became educated, and then they go home and work for their own country. And those folks come from China over the years. They come from India over the years and other places, and they go back home once they get educated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, had a lot of that.
Yeah. And see, and like I said, I know when I was in college, it was no longer everybody wanted to go into finance. Everybody wants to be able to work on Wall Street. Nobody wanted to be a doctor. Nobody wanted to be a dentist. Nobody wanted to be lawyers, other engineers. Everybody wanted to go work on Wall Street. And that was during the 80s when I was in college. Everybody wanted to go work on Wall Street. That's where all the money was at. So now you
That's where all
have
the money, where the money
yeah,
is.
so now you have a big lack of semi and skilled labor, and you have a lack of professionals in highly sought after fields because nobody here in the States wanted to go to school for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's why I tell a lot of us that we did it to ourselves. Going back as far as we call high school here. I've got, what do you guys call over there, Mark? You're into your primary schooling. You guys don't call it high school. You guys call it something else.
Secondary school.
Yeah, secondary school.
They call it grade
stuff.
school, secondary.
Yeah. So, like I say, when back in those days, I remember, even my counselors like, oh, everybody's got to go to college if you want to be be able to be successful. It wasn't about you becoming a welder or plumber or electrician, all that kind of stuff. They frowned upon that kind of stuff. And it only got worse going into the 90s.
Yeah, they should laugh. They should laugh at you if you had a job at UPS. Now look at UPS. They paying big money.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You make $45 an hour, you doing okay. You pretty much solid middle class.
Okay.
More money than a lot of professionals make over here.
There it is.
What's that?
DJI Neo 2
DJI
prices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
loads of rubbish.
Mm.
Bundles.
Somebody put a video on about it, and they were going on about all the features it was going to have,
Yeah.
and they were basically describing the Mini 5 Pro.
Yeah.
A little paperweight.
So they're putting out, who's putting out this bundle package, and they ain't even how they put out an actual video of what it looks like, huh?
No,
I ain't heard it being released yet.
he was talking about it being a $1,200 drone package.
A Neo?
Yeah, the Neo was $200. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
It's gonna be 200 anywhere in the world.
I'm sorry. That ain't gonna fly.
No.
It'll fly. It's just we ain't gonna buy.
was gonna say,
We ain't
but-
gonna buy no matter what. They could charge 50 cents. We can't get it.
Well, we were talking about this new Neo 2 having a 1-inch sensor, 360-degree obstacle avoidance, and all this.
But
I'm telling you, it was just reading all the specs off the Mini 5 Pro.
Yeah. That's
But you know
what they're
this-
doing. Just trying. And it's probably somebody trying to get clickbait because usually DJI don't never put out package deals pricing way before there's some actual leaked photos of the drone itself.
But you know the sad thing is though, is
In
even
fact,
if that
the drone might come out in like the next week or so. You know, start saying that.
What are you saying,
Yeah.
Justin?
I was gonna say, but even though you guys think that price is outrageous, people would still pay it at the end of the day.
Oh, I know there's a few folks that
Yeah,
just
people who don't know no better.
haven't got that Mini 5 Pro. I'm like I said last night on my show, I said some people are going to get it because they just want to have something new.
It's
Not
like
that
these
they
people.
needed it, not that it's something much better than what they already had. It's just the fact they want something new.
But-
So that's why they're jumping through all these different hurdles, ordering from Miss Swan. He looking like a man from Korea.
I saw two people on the YouTube shorts earlier bitching about fast food prices and why they were stuffing their face like, I'll be back, but this is bullshit.
Yeah.
They're still gonna buy it at the end of the day.
And that's what I'm saying. People complain about the prices and the hassle of getting it, but then they'll jump through that hurdle. Jump over that hurdle to get it. Talking about it'll be here in a couple days.
That's
That's
well,
what
see,
Miss
that's the
Swan
difference
said.
between the American consumer market. They'll will bend over backwards and go into debt to buy something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, I told folks last night that the Mini 5 may be the one drone that does replace people who just want to get into and get their Part 107 because it does have that 1-inch sensor, which I tell folks, like me, I'm a contract pilot, we call it a 1099 pilot. Like you say, because I tell them, I said that the standards had not changed. And what the bare minimum standards is a 1-inch sensor, 20 megapixel camera. That's just the
Right.
basics.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
it's still only a 12 megapixel camera, even though it'll do the quad bear at 50.
Yeah, if it spits out even with quad bear, it's got the 1-inch sensor. So that's going to be the trick. If they got if it's quad big, that means it comes out at 48.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jim, they're having the same issue even in China with people not wanting to work.
They're
Thing
still
is
50, even though it is
as oh,
literally.
go ahead.
Yeah, go on.
No, I was going to tell Jim I was answering his question, but as technology is getting better over the decades, people have more free time. They are getting technically lazier as the generations go by because machines and computers are doing more and more everyday Monday tasks. For
Well,
people.
and don't you think the younger kids today don't understand what work is all about?
Dude, your parents would say the same thing about your generation, Paul,
Yeah, I know.
because every generation has had it a little easier
Mm-hmm.
than the previous.
Yeah, well, that's what I always say. When people talk about, people in power talk about China, I say we did it to ourselves. We were sitting here becoming more of consumers instead of more of innovators and builders.
But I mean, look at Japan and South Korea. Their teenagers are even worse than ours.
Yeah,
When it
well,
comes,
I
I
was
mean, they're
saying,
having
I
a
was
problem in
talking about when
South
we came
Korea.
back how, electronic gear, you know, Japan used to be the king of electronics, probably starting around the late 60s going through, especially to the 70s and 80s. If you wanted top-notch audio gear, it had to come from Japan. So if you
Well, what
wanted
I'm
something
saying,
from Pioneer, Sansui, Sony, whatever it is that tickled your fancy, it had to come from Japan.
Jim
stuff.
needs a refresh because I am talking to him literally.
Yeah, but nowadays Japan does not king of audio anymore. Everything's built out of China. And I was just telling them for you when you left is that when Paul and I grew up, Jonathan and Mark, if you got something from China out of the store, like we used to go to Five and Dime store, the old thrifties and stuff like that, S&S Grants or whatever you might have had in your area. I said, if you got a little toy from made by China, you'd be lucky if it lasted a day.
You talking about the SS Kresge?
Yeah, but we're talking about
Stuff like
yeah,
that.
but
Five and Dime stores.
But like in South Korea, they have such an epidemic with kids dying from sitting on their PCs all day
Mhm.
for 2-3 days at a time and not even going to the bathroom and their fucking bladder explodes. Like
Yeah.
crazy shit like that, to where they've actually had to put in laws in place to try to combat that shit.
Yeah.
Like it's bad. Like like I said, some of the Asian countries, a lot of the Western countries,
Hmm.
everybody that's being modernized or has modernized their countries, people are getting lazier across the world. It ain't just the US,
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
And I can say those societies don't lend itself to, I would say, motivate yourself to go towards something. I mean, you live at
I'm done.
the living conditions as far as the size of property in China. I mean, Japan. People are living on top of each other like it's crazy. Japan's not a big, it's an island. People forget that it's only an island, and there's only a few major cities, and that's where all your population is at. You
Where's my
don't
phone?
see people living out in the outskirts hardly, and they say those places are drying up because the younger kids don't want to stay there and live a more simplistic life, and they definitely don't want to do no farming. Just like our
Brother.
kids here, they don't. Can nobody go back and tell nobody I'm gonna grow up and be a farmer? They'd be like, heck no,
Right.
I'm doing this crap.
Well, let's
You don't
face
hear
it,
that no
farmers, and this isn't to take away from any farmers these days, but farmers
Mhm.
these days have it 10 times easier than their grandparents
Oh
did.
yeah, oh yeah.
Because
Like you
some
said,
of
the
these farms are
technology
so
has made
automated,
farm-
it's insane.
Yeah, farming
Yeah.
has become very technical because of the innovations in the industry itself. But like I say, the generation before,
Give me a
like I
sec,
say,
Jim.
it was
I'm
harder work, and
downloading
the
it.
generation before that was harder work. So guess what? The kids didn't want to stay around and said, no, I'm not with this. I'm going to the city. Or I'm doing anything else but this.
Everything but, right?
Yeah, anything and everything but that. You
Yeah,
know?
because a farm that used to take 40 people to run, they can literally do it with 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, But
You know,
like I
you're
said,
not going to time
that,
a
that,
couple
that
hundred
equipment,
acres.
that equipment don't come cheap.
Oh no, for sure.
And there's like a guy I was
Talking
watching the other day.
multi-millions.
The guy was talking about he ordered a part, original part from John Deere. It's like a chain that had to go on his piece of equipment. But then as he took the chain out, he was showing a reporter where the chain was actually made in China. But it was original John Deere part.
Mm.
I thought John sold his company.
I don't know what's going on with John Deere. They say that, I hear stories about they closing out factories and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And like, you hear the same thing about
no,
Caterpillar.
excuse me, not sold it. You right. He was shutting it down. Yeah, he was shutting it down.
Yeah, I
All
mean,
right.
you hear the thing about Caterpillar. First you hear about them shutting down, then I see a video of them showing everybody a walkthrough tour of their facility and stuff. So I'm not sure what everybody's doing.
If you
You know,
guys
and
are
it-
eating, avert your eyes. This is Brenda's arm.
Who's is
What the
that?
hell happened?
I guess Brenda got hurt. Jim sent this to me and asked me to share it.
Oh my
I
God.
think that's her arm. Yeah.
Yep, that's
I
her
think.
arm.
Yeah.
I wonder if the dog did that by accident.
No,
Oh,
she was
No,
out
that's not
weed
a dog
whacking,
bite.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not a dog
and she
bite. That's
caught it
that's
on the fence, I guess.
yeah, that's a slash. That's slashed open.
That's a major
Daryl
splash.
said John Deere bought a drone company out less than a year ago.
Which
Oh,
one?
Oh,
But
no
like I said,
idea.
depends on where it comes from. You get a lot of mixed messages about John Deere.
Now that would be
Well,
good.
John Deere might have bought it in order to make their own farming drones. I guarantee that's what they're trying to get into. Their own agricultural drones.
That
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, because that there's really it's really taking over.
It's probably an American company, most likely, or a foreign company that was making them. That already has a base set up and they're just buying it out so they can just take off from there.
Yeah, I'm looking them up now.
It's easier to buy a company that's already pre-made, right, and ready to go than it is to try to build something from scratch.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make adjustments then.
Yeah, you just come in, just do a slight little things, and then you just let them do their thing, and they'll start producing the shit you want.
Mm-hmm.
She said no weed whacker involved. I don't know what she was doing.
What did it?
No, she was doing something in the garden and she fell against the fence, I think. And
Oh,
Oh, oh!
one
I
of those
felt that.
injuries, if she was 20, it would have been nothing. It would have been a little scratch. It's like Joe's leg, man. That fall, if any 20-year-old could have took that fall any day, no problem. Got up and dusted himself off, a little bruise on his leg, he'd have been done.
yeah.
It's been sore for about 3-4 days.
Yeah. Fucking Joe needed a whole skin graft, half his leg cut off, like crazy shit.
Where is Mr.
Gotta be careful when
USA?
you get older, especially if
Oh,
you have
he's
blood
he's
thinners.
doing football pictures.
Oh, you got
Mm.
pictures to do that.
Yeah, he's got a couple of matches tonight.
But the
Making sure you
biggest
got
thing that fucks up older people is them blood thinners. That shit thins your skin and everything else.
Your
Causes
skin
you to
more fragile as you get older anyway.
Oh yeah, but blood thinners make you bruise really easy and shit.
Yeah.
That's why I said you'll see fucking 80-year-old women, sweet as could be, look like they got their ass kicked by Mike Tyson. All they did was bump in their corner of their dresser.
Yeah.
Damn.
And once you start bleeding, it's harder to stop.
Yeah. Fortunately, a lot of older people are on blood thinners. The majority of them are.
Yeah, I'm on 2 different types.
Let me blow this up and I'll share it.
Not saying you're old, Brenda, or nothing. I know you're only like 32, but
You see that, Justin?
yeah.
What we got?
Well, and another thing too is the farmers are all
Yeah.
getting pissed off because they don't allow them to fix their own shit.
Yeah,
That's another thing. A lot of farmers are starting to not wanting to use John Deere because they can't fix just a simple part right there on the farm like they normally would have to. Now they got to have some fucking rep come out from John Deere. It'll take 2
well,
weeks
like
to
I
fix
said,
something that would
it's a
take them a
number of
couple hours.
factors. Like I said, that one guy, he was working on his gear, but he's just saying that, how much he had to pay for that chain because it come from overseas, tariffs on it, all this kind of stuff. They said it probably no more than like a $9 chain, but he paid over $40 for it.
Mexico, huh?
But
Mhm.
it's not like I said, but it's also that, but it's also compounded with, if say a arm breaks on the fucking tractor, a bearing goes out, they can't even fix the shit themselves.
Yeah.
600
They want 'em to
million.
bring
Well, I
it
mean,
to
it's
John
a
Deere.
lot of factors. Like I say, the demand is not as high, but like I say, because farmers, because they not being able to sell their goods like they used to, they're getting frozen out of these markets. That means they still got to pay on these loans for all this equipment
I think if John
and
Deere
seed
jumped
and all
on
that
the,
kind of stuff. So there's a
I
lot
think
of
if
things
John
that come
Deere,
into play that these guys need a certain amount of sales for their harvest to
oh,
keep
Daryl
up
said check out that link, Dre.
the equipment maintenance.
Oh yeah.
Daryl wants you to check that link out he put in the chat, Dre.
Well, have you seen any of the program that's on, I think it's on, oh, it's on Netflix or Paramount, Clarkson's Farm?
No, Jeremy's good behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Everything else, I can't stand his voice.
But I mean, if John Deere reversed course and jumped on the right to repair wagon, I think their business would skyrocket overnight. I honestly think that I think because there's so many farmers out there that have been in these big class action lawsuits trying to sue the shit out of John Deere. I mean, they're obviously stuck with the tractors because now they've invested in them, and that's like what, a 10-year investment
Yeah.
for a $500,000
My
tractor?
favorite word out of Jeremy Clarkson's mouth, Mark, is how he says Jaguar.
Oh, that's just taking the mickey out of you lot.
Yeah. I missed that show so much. That was probably one of the best automotive shows ever made.
Yeah.
You ever?
And when him and whoever got it, I don't know, it was the BBC or whoever he got into it with, both
Yeah.
sides lost out.
Yeah.
You know what's really funny about that, Jim, is you know where a majority of these guys are getting their hacks from to hack around these tractors software? Literally from Russian hackers overseas.
Mm.
That's where a lot of these farmers in the US will get the software from to override John Deere shit so they can fix stuff on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're
From
wired.
Russian hacker.
Yep. That's where they get a lot of their hacks from. If you look it up, it's a legit thing. They get in touch with these hackers from Russia. They write them the software and then they send it over to them and they put it in the.
How does Russia come up with the software to hack an American product?
Same way we do to their products.
I didn't know we hacked their products.
No, I'm saying the same way we hack their shit. It's a back and forth game. It's constant.
Well, like anything else, Jonathan, you gotta realize once they got their hands on the equipment, they knew they can't keep buying parts for it. They had to learn how to hack it.
Well, and you got to think too, when a pipeline gets hacked over here, it's all over the news, right? But if that happens in Russia or China, they're not going to let anybody report on that. They're going to hide it and say and act like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Or over here, it gets
like I
publicized.
said, most of the time, the equipment they probably purchase is probably from third or fourth parties where it wasn't a direct sale from the United States. It probably came through somewhere in Europe that somebody had one laying around or, wanted to off one and they found a way to get it shipped to Russia.
I mean, if you read the Snowden documents, the NSA was on a whole different fucking level back in the early 2000s.
Did you say Snowden?
Yeah, when Snowden leaked all the documents from the NSA when he was working for him.
As in Waddy Snowden?
No. This is Snowden. He worked for the NSA. He was a government official, and then he leaked a bunch of
Yeah.
documents. But if you were the NSA dude was on a whole different level back in 2000s. I could imagine the scary shit they're doing now. They were literally monitoring almost every phone call going on in the world simultaneously and were able to filter out what they didn't need.
Mhm.
Every country they were doing it to. And this was back in the early 2000s. Like I said, imagine what the NSA is up to now. The NSA is on a whole different level of fuck around and find out on when it comes to hacking. That's like the premier government agency that people are going to go to if they need something.
Russia,
But yes,
really good. And they've probably got the best eye hospital
Oh,
go.
man.
and every country has their version of the NSA. They all have their own scary version of it.
Mhm.
That Russia has their, I don't remember what the name of their hacking group is. They got, and China has one too. And so does Israel. Israel has a hell of a hacking organization. They're the ones that co-sponsored the program. The hell was the name of it? It was that virus that was hopping around on all the computers for like 5 years until it found the right computer when it hit the centrifuges in Iran.
Yeah, that was Mossad.
That was a co-op between the U.S. and Israel. It
Mm.
was
The Mossad.
Stuxnet. I think it was called Stuxnet.
I don't know. Mossad has some serious shit.
Mhm. Well, I was just thinking when Justin was talking about Snowden, this guy was barely 20, 21 years old.
And he
Just
was
a
in
whiz
some
kid.
secret shit.
Yeah, just a whiz kid. And just like the person who orchestrated the hunt for Bin Laden, the female, 18 years old.
Oh yeah, what was the name of the movie they did after about that?
Something after midnight. Was it Dark 30.
Zero Dark 30.
Zero Dark 30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a crazy movie,
Yeah.
man. Think we were abiding by the Geneva Convention back then? Hell no.
Well, like I said, it's all
CIA was
about,
fucking
it's
torturing
all
the fuck out
about
of people.
if you get caught.
Oh yeah, but the CIA was definitely torturing people.
Mm-hmm.
We all know they
about
were.
if you get caught.
You ain't gonna be in some CIA black site in fucking the middle of Djibouti and getting rid your rights.
Mm-hmm.
There is no constitution at that point when you end up in that facility. That, oh, now you want rights. Is it freedom o'clock? Is it that time? Harold and Kumar go to Guantanamo Bay. He's like, what time is it? Is it freedom o'clock? Now you want rights?
That's why I was telling you guys, I don't know if it was you guys or someone else, I was talking about those solving right people. And I ran about maybe 4 or 5 of them. And after the first one kind of threw me off. The one after that one, I tell them very simply, I said, you know how you talk about you don't believe in the government rights? I say, you know, those rights also protect you from people like me.
And at the end of the day,
Unsnap-
rights are just a social construct that we all agreed upon at one
Yeah,
point.
but I tell them, Justin,
We
I
just
said at the
adhere
same
by
time,
it.
I'm unsnapping my holster like I'm about to pull out my weapon.
Yep.
And you believe how fast the attitude changes. But then they start talking about, well, I got rights. I said, no, you don't believe in the Constitution, remember?
Well, there's a lot of hacking groups too, Jim, that aren't actually government entities, but they're sponsored by, they're state sponsored. Government, you know, in China will set them up in some building and say, here, do this.
Well, you know, they just had
And they'll
that
fund
thing
them.
last week they found in New York. that big old was it data center or whatever it was, and some empty apartments.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, they found something that had over 1,000 SIM card chips, and I guess the plan or plot was they were going to try to jam all the cell signals in the greater New York City area.
Oh shit.
Well, it's just like those two Chinese exchange students that got caught trying to bring that bio weapon into, what was it, Harvard, I think? They were trying to sneak it into one of the research facilities.
Yeah.
Remember that was like 6 or 8 months ago?
Mm.
They got arrested. They got caught
I
fucking
must
trying to
have
bring a
missed that
bio
one.
weapon in.
Yeah, I must have
Yeah,
been
they-
that. Yeah, this thing was a big thing. It was the same week that Trump spoke at the UN. I guess about 3 days before they raided these apartments, and they had like servers and laptops. I mean, all over the floor on shelving and everything. You know, they found 3 different locations and throughout the New York area.
Yeah, I want to say it was Harvard, I think they tried to sneak it into. Let me see. It was in June of 2025. Authorities charged 3 Chinese nationals with smuggling agriculture pathogens. Okay, it was agriculture pathogens in the United States for research at the University of Michigan.
I do remember
While
that.
the materials referred to as potential agro-terrorism weapons by officials. So they
do
were,
all that fancy stuff. Just bring one of them bugs over here from their homeland. That kills our crop more than anything else. When they bring around these kind of uncontrollable bugs they get, this kills our crops.
but now they got off the plane with it and brought it, and they got caught as I think they were going into the university is when they caught it. They had already figured it out. We're tracking them.
Yeah. That's crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, you're going to run into that when you bring a lot of exchange students in from countries that aren't exactly allies neither.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of Chinese students coming to the U.S. A lot.
Well, like I
exchange
said,
students.
they come here for the educational, for the research facilities, and they go back home.
Get you today, people.
Like I say, the U.S. has a history of educating some of our best enemies.
Yeah, that's
This
why they
goes
wanted to
back
pull a lot of
goes
the.
back to World War One.
Yeah, that's why they've been wanting to pull a lot of their visas from the Chinese exchange students and shit. And foreign students coming over here to universities. Because at the end of the day, you don't know which ones are doing what because their families could be getting threatened back in China and they're telling them, you got to do this.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to fucking do it. It's like forced innovation, I guess.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we don't know what type of indoctrination training they have been through from their home country before they get sent over here. But like you said, they could be holding another family under threat, you know, if they don't perform or do what that needs to be done.
And I'm sure there's some that get over here because they have arrested, you know, people that were illegal from China that were living over here that just probably ran and were like, fuck it, I'll just won't go back.
Yeah, well, the big thing here of late, well, I can't say late, it's been going on for decades now, is the I guess the baby patronation, or what they call it, the baby patriot program, where they bring these Chinese women over here who are already pregnant, and then they have the baby here in the United States.
Yeah, that's
Makes
So
sense.
the
It makes
so the
sense.
child
Yeah,
itself,
citizen.
yeah, the child itself is granted citizenship because it was born here. That they broke up a real big I guess they call them farms or whatever over in Chino, California, and I guess some company back in China had paid for this large property, almost like a mansion, and it had like, you know, like 15, 20 women all pregnant.
Yeah, that's why I think that I totally agreed with them, the Supreme Court looking at the birthright citizenship and getting that taken out because I think that's bullshit. No, we're one of the few countries around the world that actually does that. And I think it's
Mhm.
crap. I think if you're not a legal citizen and you have a baby here, it should be a citizen of the country of origin it came from.
Yeah.
Because
Like I said, it
that
needs to be
that
redefined. I would say that it needs to be redefined.
yeah, because that amendment was originally designed for slaves that were brought over here, not
Mhm.
under their own free will, and when
Yeah,
they had children to give them citizenship.
yeah.
That's
But
it
like I
wasn't
say,
designed for foreigners
it
just
got
to come over here.
reevaluated during the late 1800s, coming into the 1900s, because of the vast amount of Europeans who were immigrating here. So you had the same thing. You have a lot of them who came here during that time period, all the way up into the 1940s. And if they would have been subject to that, that means their kids would never have been citizens.
And you know, people were saying, "Oh, Trump was illegally signing an executive order." He was asked, "You know that this is going to get overturned," but it was the whole point of it was just to get it to the Supreme Court,
Well,
so
the
they would
whole
have to
point of
look
most
at
of the
it.
stuff he's been doing is to get to the Supreme Court. Like I say,
Right.
he's throwing a lot of stuff up against the wall and just trying to figure out what's going to stick.
Right. And that's, I mean, that's exactly, I think that's exactly the way you would want to do it if you wanted to get it in the hands of the Supreme Court, because you just signed an executive order on something that you know you really don't have the power to do. So it forces the Supreme Court to look at it and say,
Yeah.
okay, maybe we should reevaluate this.
Yeah.
And if they overturn it, they overturn it. I mean, it's just what it is. I mean,
Yeah. No, you jumped off too early this morning. I was going to tease you about those affiliates have changed their stance.
you're talking about the Sinclair thing?
Yep.
Well, I didn't know anything about it, so I wanted to look at it before I
Yeah.
talked to you about that. Yeah, I saw the articles about it. I read a few articles. It didn't say why they decided. They just said they talked to Disney executives. Like I don't
Yeah.
know what was said behind the
They're
scenes.
not going to, nobody's going to say what, but I know I had to go back to, okay, you want to play this game? We'll play our games.
And he did hit a record number of viewers, but that also is just controversy surrounding it. So
Mm-hmm.
if he doesn't, I don't think he'll maintain those numbers for very long, but I think for maybe a month or so. But I think it's just people that were on that side supporting him jumped on the bandwagon. Even though they never watched him, they just started watching him just because.
Well, I mean, on Kimmel's side,
but that will happen on either side.
You had all the unions also back in Kimmel's side, also all the labor unions in the entertainment industry. So that was a lot of pressure coming from those people on Disney. That say, hey, writers, actors guild, or whatever you call it, and all the folks who do all the background work, grifters and sound people, illustrators. I said, okay.
You mean the West Coast grifters?
Well, unfortunately, Paul, they're on both coasts.
Yep.
And even some in the middle.
What's up, Randy?
They're very powerful. Like I say, you talk about everything that happens in the entertainment industry, from Broadway
Yeah, but don't you
shows
think the entertainment industry is going to shrink with AI and technology?
No.
well, they're
Over
fighting,
time.
they're fighting tooth and nail, because they just filed a suit against some market company that was trying to get some AI, I guess, model, a contract, and they jumped all over it. They were all over it. They said they threatened anybody who would sign, whoever this company was, they would not get any business from none of the unions.
Yeah, and I see, like I said, I see a possibility, whether I'm right or not. Like I said before, I do see a possibility of Hollywood coming up with AI movie stars that will be regulars. Like, people will know the name and know the actor, but they're not real.
Mhm.
Because why would they want to pay somebody $20 million to shoot a movie for them when they could have an AI generated character that people and the younger generation is going to get more comfortable with shit like that?
I'll tell
To
you
where
what.
they'll go to the movies to
Oh,
see their
oh.
favorite actor that doesn't even exist in real life.
I can tell you why, Justin. One, the 8-second rule. Two, as you know, AI can't keep its characters in check. So
I'm not saying anytime soon, but in the next 20 years, I could see that possibility.
the character will keep changing. AI is not stable enough. It ain't controllable enough.
Well, right now it's not, but it can.
It won't get for. It
Well,
won't.
we do.
We're hitting a brick wall already.
Well, we could say that, but we really don't know what it's going to be like in 20 years. Could they hit a brick wall where it's just they cannot figure out how to get past a certain point, and it's just
I think they've hit that brick wall. When it comes to video, I think they've hit it. AI is going to be great in the medical field, in catching fraud, stuff like that, but it is not going to replace humans in every job.
Well, they just had the nurses at Kaiser go on strike because of AI. They said the AI is causing Kaiser to reduce staff, and then the ones who are still working are getting overworked because, like you say, AI cannot handle the patient load that they thought it could.
That's the thing, Randy. I'm not talking about our generation, but kids coming out of elementary school right now that grow up and they just are indoctrinated with AI, and that's all they know. Everything's AI because everything's pretty much AI now. They're not going to give a shit. Just like I said, self-driving cars. A kid coming out of elementary school right now that's going to be in a driving car with no steering wheel when they're in their 30s, they're not going to think twice to get in a car like that. You might not want to get in a car like that, but they might not think twice.
Well, yeah, we're going to all fall into the grandfather clause. Yeah, I remember my grandfather used to steer the car. Oh,
it was exactly the shit you're going to hear in 30 years.
Yep.
Remember when they had those big round things in the car? You used to have to steer the shit.
Look, what Justin saying made perfect sense. Cause now you look at kids nowadays, you can't find a kid without a cell phone. Babies are on cell phones. A kid without a
they're
cell
just
phone, yeah,
more comfortable with it every generation.
It's like half their life.
Mhm.
But now when we were kids, Dre,
Gitchy said that Lusitania Airlines is laying off 4,000 people because of AI.
yeah, hold that thought.
Look.
When we were kids, we didn't have no cell phones.
The one thing you don't want is AI
Potato.
controlling your airplane.
Well,
Hey,
when
Jonathan,
you were a kid,
when I was a kid, we were only just getting house phones.
well, when you were a kid,
Yeah,
Jonathan.
I know, Jim, but I just took a look.
Well,
there isn't any.
When Jonathan was probably a teenager, early 20s, there was cell phones, but it was like you saw one out of every 10,000 people you ran across actually had one. And they were the coolest fucking thing ever. You saw somebody with the cell phone, you were like, oh shit.
Look, I watched cell phones come into existence from them big old bricks that people would have in their cars to the little.
Yeah, but you only saw like
they weren't even the flip phones at first. They were kids. They started out real big. They got smaller.
But they were the only people you saw with cell phones back there were either like movie stars, rap artists, or people wearing suits like Dre.
People had money.
They had a suit on, some big time lawyer.
But I tell you this, Justin, I still have a landline in my house.
Wow.
An actual landline, not one that runs through a router.
No, I have an actual landline in my house, and I have throughout the house. The one in the garage is an old style, not wireless phone.
Rotary,
old style, not a rotary, but it is a
push button.
I pick it up.
You talking about the two piece where you take the horn off the side and put it to your ear?
Close.
I need to ask a question. Rotary or
I'm
router?
talking about, don't you?
Yeah, close to it, Jonathan. It hangs on the wall in the garage, and I say when everything shuts down, that phone will still work.
Yeah,
when
that was the one good thing about landlines.
Get through on the cell phones and everything else, that phone will still work.
Yeah.
Landline, you sure right.
It
But
would work if the exchange didn't die first.
Yeah, Gitchy, I'm doing good. Gitchy, I hope you're doing well. Everything's going good in the airline business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Paul,
and dry.
is it a rotary or a routery?
Rotary dial.
Yeah, no, it's rotary.
One thing AI is going to bring is speaking properly.
There's no U in rotary.
Rotary.
Now, when Dre picks up that phone in his garage, there's some skeleton chick sitting in a switchboard somewhere. Not even alive no more.
Look, I didn't think landlines still existed.
You know
They
what?
don't in my area.
I've got a line still hooked to my house, but I don't use it.
There's old phone line boxes, you know, the green boxes that used to they run all the landlines through.
Yep.
There's ones all over our city that have just been abandoned by the phone companies. Like
Yeah,
they're ripped open, and everybody's ripped all the shit out of them.
East Coast says he wants to find an old like a payphone out of a
Oh.
booth.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh, you can buy those on Amazon, dude.
No payphone nowhere.
right.
You
Whoa,
can
whoa,
buy you can buy a reproduction payphone on Amazon and actually plug it into a router phone if you wanted.
on a payphone, Paul. Anyone, come over to the UK. We still got them.
Yeah.
They've
If you got a
protected status, grade 1 listed status.
yeah, but you
Wait a
guys
minute,
have like
don't
old
they-
ass
don't they-
old.
Yeah, our phone boxes are nothing
Don't they
like.
still have payphones at like Greyhound and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Not a lot of them anymore.
yeah. We've even got new payphones that are coming around that are not just payphones. You can actually go in and use the internet.
No, that's what they did in Australia. Dominic and Matt said they switched them all to Wi-Fi. Now they're just mobile Wi-Fi boxes inside the phone booths. They're not actual phones anymore. They just put out like a public Wi-Fi signal for people to use.
Ours have still got all the. You still make calls, and you can also still use the internet. But they're more now geared up for domestic abuse victims, you know, that need thingy, or say like a house is on fire, and you need to ring an emergency services. That's what they're all there for.
What
they
was
charge
that?
you to use
What was
one?
that skit on TV where the gal was in front of a switchboard and she was
Oh, you talking about what's her name? She's been on Laughing.
yeah.
Oh, that was you, Dusty.
Her name, because she did a couple movies with Jane Fonda in the last couple of years.
Right, anyway, going back to the mobile phones now.
her name's on tip of
Was
my
her name
tongue.
Stella or
Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tom?
Donald.
Lily Tomlin.
Right. Going back to the mobile
But
phone.
they-
Yeah. Mobile phones have hit a brick. As in they're nothing improving. Even the software now is not improving.
Well, every item is going to hit a plateau at some point.
And that's what
You
AI
see what Donald put in there, David? He says the UK still uses rotary dental equipment.
Old
Probably.
school rotary dentistry.
Well, yeah, they use drills. They go round in a circle. That's rotary.
exactly.
Okay,
Yeah, but
so
maybe you
that
guys
was
don't-
just
Dre, do you remember when you used to go in the dentist chair and it had this great big arm up there and had those little cables going around it and they used to spin the thing? And
I
ran it
remember
with
the
a foot
chair
pedal
and the light and you
Yeah.
know,
and a foot pedal to run the
Yep.
drill. And
foot pedal to control the speed of the drill or the polisher or whatever you had to use.
Yep.
Wait a minute, you got a foot pedal to control the drill? We just use black and
we got rid of the two monkeys and a mouse.
Yep.
Mm.
we've got Black and Decker drills now. You just get the big drill out of the toolbox, do your own teeth.
shit.
Mhm.
Paul was around when the dentist had to come on a wagon 3 hours from his house. It's like
Actually, my
the
uncle was a
Django
dentist. And
Unchained.
anytime I had a toothache, it might be in the middle of the night or whatever. My mother would call her brother, and we'd be down to his office,
Yeah, go and get the snake oil out.
drilling and a filling.
Yeah, it was like the Django Unchained with his big tooth on top of the wagon. You don't remember that in the movie?
Our dentistry hasn't changed much. If you still got a toothache and a wobbly tooth, tie a bit of string around it, slam the door.
Snatch it out. I think that only works when you're a kid.
Yeah, that wasn't a dentistry chair, Jim. They were doing a lobotomy on Paul.
No, it was a regular chair, and it's like this is like a desk chair, and
You
it leaned back just a little bit, but not much. And then you had that great big light over down on you.
God, dude, that was when medicine was like still in its. Oh,
Well, that was back in the late 50s, early 60s.
It was like a barber.
yeah, that was the lobotomy time when they were drilling into your head to get the demon out because you were acting a little funky at school.
Oh man.
That was a wild time for medicine back in the 50s, the 40s and 50s.
Dre-
oh my
Dre,
God, dude,
you
they were
can
doing all
relate to
kinds of
that,
crazy
right?
shit.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
These young whippersnappers, Dre, they don't get it.
Oh yeah, Django is such a good movie. I love that movie. I love Jamie Foxx, though. He's just a hell of an actor. Very talented.
Yeah.
That man can sing his ass off and act his ass off. Usually you're only good at one or the other, but that man can do either one. Because look how many actors tried to put out albums. They were just like, oh my God, what the fuck are they doing? But
And
Jamie Foxx could have put out he could have put out an album, no problem. It would have sold.
He did put out an album.
Well,
He got a
did
couple
he?
albums up.
Yeah.
Because I know he featured on quite a few people's songs.
No, he had an album out early
Yeah,
2000
he got
period.
hot songs. Now you know who shouldn't have did that? Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy
Yeah.
called himself.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What were you doing?
I don't remember.
Not your
Dead-
I went back and listened to that album. That was weird as fuck.
It is. It don't even sound right.
That was like when The Rock tried to rap too. Remember when Rock was trying to rap? he did a couple rap songs.
Well, Jamie's related to one of them dudes from Jodeci.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite actors. I actually liked him in Law Abiding Citizen. Jamie Foxx was really good in that movie. That was such a good movie. Law Abiding Citizen is probably one of my favorite movies he did.
There you
I
go,
don't
Justin.
remember that album.
Yeah.
I'll have to go on YouTube Music and pull some songs from it. I don't remember that. I remember him doing a bunch of features on people's albums. When
Yeah.
he featured in songs, but
That probably ain't Justin type of music though.
I like listening to all types of music. I listen to a little bit of
Right.
country, a little bit of rap. I listen to everything.
But hey, Jonathan, there's a couple of songs that Justin might have another kid.
Yeah.
Oh, he got
Hell, hell no.
I
one
can see
song-
I can
one-
see
I think
Sarah
one
loving a
song
couple
called,
of them songs.
play another
But
slow
Justin-
jam and
Like a newer version of Barry White.
oh yeah, he don't get that deep, but he gets pretty explicit.
Yeah, your type. What's that song? Your type. Oh man, Sarah's gonna love that one. That's the one. It's gonna make you make that baby, right?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Come on, Amazon.
I think it was only called DJ Play Me Another Love Song. Another song.
Yeah, I'm not
was,
too big on newer people, Dusty. I do like Kendrick Lamar, but I'm not big on a lot of newer artists. There's a few I like, but yeah, Gold Digger. Yeah, that was he was a feature on that song.
yeah, that's Kanye West's
It's a
song.
Gold Digger. Yeah, he fucking hit the high tone in that song.
Yeah. He was imitating Ray Charles.
Actually, he did the movie about Ray Charles, didn't
Yeah, he played the lead in
he?
that.
Yeah. I didn't see that movie. I haven't seen it, but yeah, I remember it when that movie came out.
It's an interesting movie because it's it's a movie, but it's almost like a documentary in a way because it tells his life story, and you see the other people that he came along with, you know, like Quincy Jones. He worked with Quincy Jones when Quincy Jones was was begging people to let him in the club to play and stuff. And then other people that he encountered later on, but Ray Charles was the womanizer, man. He was all trying to get up in the draws. Yeah.
Well, what did Dusty say? Post Malone is country artist now. Yeah, he's transitioned more into country. And then Machine Gun Kelly, I don't know what the fuck he's into now. He got smacked out of rap by Eminem. I don't know what the fuck. He's doing some weird shit now. He's doing some damn what's his name from the Lakers wearing dresses and all kinds of weird shit now. What was his name from the Lakers? Dennis Rodman. Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly's on some Dennis Rodman shit nowadays. Yeah, I put that in the chat. He sang all the songs in the movie that was raised, sounded just like him. So I said, man, he's a talented guy, dude. I'll give him that 100%. He's definitely on my top 5 favorite actors. Oh yeah. By the way, the person that everybody in the chat was timing out and shit, that was Dusty. MGK is a fruitcake. Yeah, he is. He's a fucking weirdo. That's the worst thing he ever did was try to go at Eminem, dude. He fucking destroyed that boy. He fucking ripped him apart. And then some of the shit that MGK dissed him in that what the hell song was that Rap Devil or whatever. He didn't even get some of the damn information correct. Eminem pointed that out when he came out with the oh god, what is it? Trying to think of the song. Rap Devil or whatever the response to that song. Yeah, it was the response song that Eminem did.
Rap God. Rap God.
No, Rap
It was
God
Rap God.
wasn't it. It was God damn it, what was it? I know Randy or Kill Shot. That's what it was. That was the name of it. Kill Shot was the response to Rap Devil. But yeah, MGK like went all like rock pop type shit, and he started showing up to like premieres and dresses and shit. Like some real Dennis Rodman shit, but from back in the 90s. That motherfucker was showing up to remember when that dude used to show up to practice and he'd have a fucking wedding dress on? I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, seriously.
This
Bro, you're
boy
supposed
out
to
in
be-
the middle of the season, he started coming in there crazy. Bro,
Yeah,
like,
he's
what
supposed to
the
be
fuck
there
is
for
going on?
basketball practice. This motherfucker's showing up in a full-on wedding dress. and fucking Leon nails and or Lee nails on and shit. What the fuck?
Hair dyed 4 different colors.
Yeah.
Dennis was a fool. But he could play some
Yeah.
ball though.
I remember when he was the ambassador to North Korea about 7-8 years ago. You remember that?
Oh my
He
god!
went over.
Yeah.
He went over to North Korea because Jim, the son or whatever, had a fascination with him.
No,
Invited him over there.
Sunstar timed him, timed him out for 1,800 seconds.
Yeah, I don't even know how long. How long is that
30
even?
minutes.
It's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
There's no
And,
point. Like if somebody comes in and says some crazy shit, like we didn't know that was Dusty, obviously, but don't even time them out. Just fucking ban them.
Yeah.
What's going on?
He called himself sexiest drone ever.
Dusty came in some other account he had and wrote some shit in the chat, and nobody knew it was him. And Brenda and Dominic and everybody started timing him out and blocking him and shit.
Oh no.
Because he came in talking about he was sexy and he wanted Chinese drones or some shit or another.
Well, the channel was called
Fruitcake.
the channel was called Sexiest Drone Ever.
I don't even see it.
Oh, it's miles up.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio is in my top 5 too. I love his movies. And I just love that he always did time period movies. It always took a lot of his movies would always take place in like older times. Be like the 50s, or it might be like the 1800s or early 1900s. I just always liked him when he played time period movies like that, which is a majority of his movies. If you actually look at a lot of the movies he's done, they've always seemed to take place back in earlier times.
Says you, Dusty.
Denzel, Samuel L. Leonardo in here.
I can't think of a movie he's done I haven't liked. Like Catch Me If You Can was a hell of a movie. I love that movie. Titanic is what really set his career off, though. He was good in Django. He was good in that movie. Gangs of New York, another really good movie.
That was a weird movie.
It was weird, but it was good. I could watch it every time it's been on. I've watched it. But I think that movie was based on some truth of that time period in New York, though. I think it was,
It probably was.
but it was
The-
also probably
the-
exaggerated some.
The various different immigrant groups, like the Irish and the Italians and stuff like that.
All right.
Oh, Revenant, yeah, that was pretty good. Not one of my favorite of his movies, but it was good. I know the bear scene in Revenant is crazy when he gets attacked by that fucking grizzly. That is a gruesome ass scene, man.
Did I hear Justin say he likes Leonardo DiCaprio's booty?
That is movies. Man, you heard what you wanted to hear.
On the other room, it sounded like booty.
I said it's movies.
I was getting a bit concerned.
No, in Revenant, that was probably the most accurate fucking grizzly attack scene. If you could imagine what a grizzly attack would look like. That was a gruesome ass scene on that movie.
No, the most accurate grizzly attack is when you sat on a little platform halfway up a tree eating a sandwich and the bear climbs up after you.
Oh, Ron.
Ron.
Yeah, but that was a black bear. That's like a quarter of the size of a fucking grizzly. Like a black bear is scary enough, but I would not want to
Bender.
come across a grizzly. That thing's like the size of a fucking bigger than a smart car. Some of them grizzlies, them things are huge.
Mm.
Talking about what 9 to 12 foot when they stand up.
Mm.
About 4 times as wide as you.
Yeah. Mm.
A number of fucking muscle and claws. Oh, what? Remember then the Alien movie where the alien fought the grizzly? It was the one where the aliens were they were in the time period of the Indians.
I have
We are just talking about this not too long ago. Dre was talking about that one.
I
Yeah.
almost
What was that?
watched the first Alien
The
movie.
the last one that came out when he shows up, early America, he's basically he's watching the Native Americans and the
Yeah, and
French,
then
and the French were there at the time.
yeah, and she was hiding in the logs and shit, and that grizzly walked by,
Mm-hmm.
and he started fighting the grizzly.
Yeah. That grizzly was trying to get her.
Prometheus, was it?
No, this
Yep.
is trying to think the name was Predator. What was the actual add-on, but
Prey.
it takes place sometime around the 1500s, 1600s, because before the English came to America, so it had to be about between the late 1400s, early 1500s.
don't remember
Donald
seeing
said
that.
it was called. Donald said it was called Prey.
Prey, yep, that's it. That's correct. Prey. Yep. It's good. It's good
Check that
flick.
out.
It's one of the better ones.
Hey, check that out.
Yeah. It plays a lot on Hulu.
Dre, when you
Yes.
say the British came to America, yeah, just remember if we hadn't done that, yeah, you'd have been talking French or Spanish.
Or Mexican.
Yeah, something that.
I'm trying to debate that good or bad.
Well, no, just technically, if y'all wouldn't have never came over here, we wouldn't probably be here today.
Here.
Well, I mean,
Well, I
there's so
mean-
many different theories of who got here first, because there's even evidence that, like you say, the Mexicans used to own everything from Colorado back to the Pacific, going almost as high up as Idaho. And then I say the French came and took everything from Louisiana all the way up to Idaho.
I thought it was supposed to be Columbus,
Columbus never came to America.
didn't he?
Nope, never
No,
stepped foot in it.
He was meant to, but he went the wrong way.
Yeah,
Ah.
he smelled the rum of the Caribbean and went there.
No, he didn't. He used Apple Maps.
Yeah, so he never technically stepped foot, and that's what makes it so crazy when we have some places still celebrate Columbus Day, but the man never stepped foot on the continent of America.
Well, he did. It was just South America, not North America.
There's even theories about how Africans have came and was here 100 years prior to that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because you don't know
Africans,
who
Native
got into a
Americans.
random ass boat and ventured off into the sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could have happened. That could have been anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well-
mean we weren't the first ones to go there and think, what a shithole, let's go home.
I mean, the Vikings used to do that all the time. They're just getting ships, jump in the water, and fucking wherever it took them, that's where they landed.
Yeah, and there's evidence in Canada and the far up in Maine. I guess they may have came out as far south as maybe the Maryland area, that the Vikings did come to America before Columbus.
That wouldn't
Yeah,
surprise me.
or
like I said.
definitely came here before the English.
what was it? Walter Raleigh went over there. Did Marco Polo get to America?
Oh, no, the records don't go back that far.
I don't think Marco Polo made it. Because just like with Columbus, when he went, he thought he was going to the West Indies, which was technically, he thought he was going to Asia.
Hold on, Mark. Let me check his Wikipedia page.
Yeah, well, that's the East Indies.
East Indies, yeah, whatever it was. Yeah. He thought he was, I know he was trying to go to Asia and then, ran into the Caribbean.
The West Indies would have been Barbados and Jamaica and
Yeah. Well, actually, that's where he did go. Yeah. So yeah, he thought he was trying to find a shortcut to another route to Asia because it's a long route from technically, even though he was Spanish, but he sailed under the Portugal flag, or he might have been Portugal and sailed on the Spanish flag. One or the other.
well, they were next to each other. They
I
still,
Virgin Islands was in the West Indies.
but
I wonder who were the first person to find a Bermuda Triangle and realize it was a triangle shape.
And they probably got sucked under.
because he never came back.
Yeah. Probably went under. Okay. Make it.
Yeah, but why
That's what
triangle?
make-
Why not
And that's
circle?
what makes it so funny that when you watch the Pirates of the Caribbean movies and stuff like that, that the one company was called the East, was it East something trading company? East Indian Trading Company.
It's still going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's some of that stuff it does has an actual bit of real history.
Well, yeah,
You
because
never
that was
know what's
considered
going on
the.
down there.
I want to say that
That's-
was considered one of the first like international corporations, like actual corporations.
Yeah.
What we would consider a corporation. Well, we did look it up not too long ago. There's wasn't it like a Japanese company or something's been around since like 500 AD or something?
Originally, yeah. Yeah. Some Japanese company we'd never heard of.
Oh, this technology we got, you better believe they done sent something down there. They know what's going on. That's probably where the alien ship at.
Oh, okay. There's nothing to build. All right. All right, he's gone.
Did you just say something about the Chinese and get taken out?
No.
Well,
The
if he,
Bermuda Triangle, that's probably where the alien ship at.
Yeah, and then he disappeared.
yeah, it took him a long time for him to get him.
They
No,
down there. That's why.
It was
That's
the
why the
Bermuda
Chinese
Triangle
went out.
thing.
That's why
When
the
he said
Chinese
about
went out there. They disappeared.
Yeah.
it was the Bermuda Triangle thing when he said about the spaceship. They've taken him now for an anal probing. See what he
damn.
knows. Tell us what you
I
know.
gotta stop smoking, man. Think
Yeah.
about it. If you an alien race, right, and you got the technology to know everything of what we're doing already. You know the planet is made up of 3/4 of water. You know there are parts of the oceans we ain't never been to. Where you gonna land at?
Oh, I won't land in Liverpool.
Land in the middle of the ocean. Where y'all ain't never
Said I
been.
wouldn't land in Liverpool.
Yeah, you come out there, we just gonna beam you down. You gotta take your ship, you gotta make your whole ship disappear. It's in the launch bay.
Yeah, you get back to your spaceship and somebody would have nicked the wheels.
It's in your launch bay. And then every 5, 10 years, we give y'all a piece of technology to share with the world.
Yeah. You'd find it.
We done went from 8 tracks to tapes to vinyls to CDs to DVDs. Now we put stuff on disk drives. No bigger than your fingernail.
Mhm.
Every now and then they give us something to play with.
Yeah, Maria's stereo in a new car. It's got a Bose stereo. Damn good stuff. But
I just saw a video.
it's got a micro SD card slot on it.
I just saw a video where dude had drone propellers on his back with weed
Oh,
eater engines. And
Yeah,
he-
trying to start the engines and it won't start. Yeah.
yeah, weed eater engines and 4 drone propellers attached to his back.
Mm.
And the weed eater engines wouldn't start. He pulling the string. I said that to you, Mark.
Yeah.
That was too funny. Now, even if he gets them 2 motors to start, right, that means he got to start the other 2. But we already know 2 sets of propellers. What are gonna make your drone do? Flip over, smash it to the ground upside down. Oh man,
Yeah.
that was too funny.
He must have got them from what's it as well, because they were bright yellow, the props.
I'm like, are you serious? I had to share that. We got to hear Pilot Institute. What you talking about?
Screw that,
Cat?
Roberts. Need a big flathead.
Actually, drone question. Okay. Okay.
Did you see the one of the girl sat in a car singing about if you were from the British Virgin Islands?
I am from the British Virgin Islands.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was what made me think about.
Nah, I ain't see that one. I've been noticing they've been doing a lot of YouTube videos lately from the Virgin Islands. I'm like, okay, here we go. Everybody got to be a part of this.
That's not the biggest one. The white handled one in there. Check the other drawer.
Oh man, y'all gotta catch Alien Earth. I keep trying to tell y'all about it. Eventually somebody gonna watch it. Spread the word. Stop cat.
But can't you find it now?
China ain't fucking around, are they?
What happened?
They've sentenced 11 people to death, and 5 more sentenced to death with a 2-year suspended sentence.
That
What
means
the hell that all about?
they're going to hang 2 years.
No, it means they have to wait 2 years before the death. Gives them a chance to appeal. The others don't. And
It was the
11 were jailed for life, and the rest of the family were given 5 to 24 years, all for drugs, gambling, and scam call centers.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Drugs, gambling, and scam call centers.
Yep,
You gonna execute some people for that?
looks that way.
Yeah, even though they're the biggest fentanyl movers in the world. That's kind of ironic.
Listen, I just want to be the person that makes that call. Made a crank call lately. Wasn't your fault. That has got to be the last phone call they've got to receive.
Jesus. They don't play the radio.
You know there was nothing fair about that trial either. It was just you're guilty, probably with hardly any evidence.
No, the trial actually lasted quite a long time.
I don't believe it.
They've known they arrested the family in 2023. It's a whole notorious mafia family that lived on the border of China and Myanmar.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
Hey, so you got some murder charges up in there too, then.
Doesn't mention murder.
yeah,
You
but
wouldn't
my
be
whole
surprised.
How
Yeah, but
you
my whole
kill
thing
somebody
is-
for-
they probably
In
did
China,
something to piss the government off. They already knew about them. I guarantee it.
yeah,
They
in
just did something
Well,
to piss the
well,
government
no,
off.
they knew because technically the authorities in Myanmar were the ones that had to deal with them because they were carrying out their activities in China, but lived in Myanmar. So
in Burma.
they couldn't get them.
You mean Miramar?
Myanmar.
Yeah, it's Burma.
No, Myanmar.
Okay.
M.
I could see them giving them all that time, right?
The new name for
If they ain't killed nobody, what
Yeah.
China, it's not the mafia, it's the Tongs.
how do you warrant
Right.
killing some of them if they ain't killed nobody?
Myanmar. Myanmar.
Miramar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that place. Let's just say that place and get
Or
past that part.
Burma.
That place. How do you warrant killing them if they ain't killed nobody?
Well, the
It's a communist country.
Yeah, their gambling and scam activities generated more than £1 billion. $1.4 billion.
Right, okay, you busted them, y'all got that money. So
The thing was, they was controlling a whole town and forcing people in that town to take part in their activities. So
Yeah,
when
but my whole
when the country of Myanmar, whatever you want to call it, decided
Yeah,
to crack down on these gangs, these ones, because their activities were mainly done in China, they've handed them over to the Chinese authorities. And China went, fuck you.
Yeah, it's only been called that for about the past, I don't know, 10, 15 years, something like that.
I'm still trying to figure out where it was taking their life, though. You give them an asshole for the time, granted, okay.
It says the Ming family, because that's what they are, the Mings. The Ming family were once the most powerful in Myanmar's Shan state and ran scam centers in Lakohi, a city which held more than 10,000 workers. So they were so powerful. Oh, right. The reason they've been sentenced to death, it's not that they killed people, it's because they routinely beat and tortured people to get them to work longer hours.
So the unions got in on the act.
I don't think they have any unions
abusing
over there.
I was just joking.
I don't know. That might have just been a political stunt, though, too. At the end of the day,
Well, apparently, China have issued a statement saying this is a signaling determination to deal with the scam business on its border. Pressure from
yeah,
Beijing
because
also forced Thailand to take action against scam centers along its border with Myanmar earlier this year.
it's probably cutting into the Chinese scam business.
Why is it of the ballerina?
Well, either way, any country cracking down on these scam call centers, is welcome. I wished India would fucking get on with it.
Oh, they the ringleaders. Yeah, the ringleaders.
There we go. 2 minutes past midnight.
No, I think Africa takes the top place in scams.
Really?
Yeah, Nigeria is really bad for scams.
Yeah.
It
They're
used
really,
to be.
really big.
I don't. It's all India now.
I didn't even
India
know
and
that.
Egypt you have 51 pence in your bank account. Oh, bollocks.
It's payday.
I know. Why do you think I've only got 51 pence in my bank account?
And you know something? Midnight tomorrow night's payday as well.
I'd say what? Yeah, what date are we on? 20. No, we're on the 30th.
We're on the 30th now, and tomorrow's the 1st. So I get my works pension then as well.
Yeah, so I'm getting the 30th, the 9th, and then the 10th.
I get the 30th, the 1st, and the 9th. My
Yeah.
state I get on the 9th.
Well, I've got 30th today, then the 9th and 10th, and then 23rd and 24th because UC has to be paid on a different day to ESA, and then get paid on the 28th, which is wedding day.
Only mine won't go in till at least past usually.
Well, the clock is definitely going to start ticking tomorrow because we're into wedding month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's not
What
gone
is
in. It's definitely not gone in yet.
What is that?
What, wedding month? It's the month I get married in.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like some literally place you went to or something.
No, he's getting married in 4.5 weeks.
Yeah.
It's actually 4 weeks
And
today.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Tuesday the 28th.
Yeah, it's 4 weeks tomorrow.
But we're on Tuesday already.
You might be, we're not.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. It's over in this country where I'm getting married, Paul. I bloody old pen away.
Are you sure it's...
Nah, David's getting cold feet. He's trying to cut time off now. He's like, no, I swear it's 6 weeks from now. What
No.
you talking about?
I'm not cutting time off. It's Mark. So
Yeah.
7th is 1
Where's
week.
my thing?
Second week. 21st is the 3rd. And 28th is the 4th week.
Yeah, it is.
4 weeks. And then 4 weeks Thursday, I'm off to Blackpool. Just to give you all a laugh.
I thought that was 4 weeks on Wednesday.
Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, bollocks. Oh, it's Thursday. Shh. I got the day wrong. Oh, well. Don't have to do it now.
Ain't gonna tell nobody.
That's a point, Justin. Are you around on the 29th?
Why you need a run or what?
I need someone to moderate chat.
He needs to escape.
Yeah, I should be.
That's the 28th. I need to escape. But no, the 29th is when I need someone to moderate the chat because.
You gonna YouTube it?
What, the charity event? Yeah.
Oh, the charity event.
The wedding's being YouTubed as well. Paul Murray's.
Word.
Yeah, Paul Murray's going to be able to go onto my YouTube and share it because it'll be live and you'll be able to go, look at this fucking idiot.
I don't talk about Laura like that.
I was on about me.
Oh, shit. Well, in that case, I'll be there then.
Be there with bells and whistles on.
I'll go that part.
Because
I'll be there.
our wedding is the same time as Paul goes live because of the clocks moving.
Yeah.
I don't know. We might need the bells. As soon as they both say I do, you hit the bell. Bing. And they're off.
When do your clocks change? Is it the first week in November?
The 2nd of November,
yeah.
isn't it?
It's some,
Second,
yeah,
isn't
it's right at the beginning of November.
Yes,
Yeah.
the second.
I think it's a week after ours.
Yes. For 1 week, Paul Murray will be live an hour earlier.
Yeah.
Over here. And then it goes back to normal. Check bank account.
I always wanted to know whose idea was that?
Dominic's clock's changed this weekend, I think.
Whose idea was that?
To what?
That
Why?
the clock's supposed to go back
It was
back
two-way
and
farm.
forth.
It was for the farm workers.
Yeah,
Daylight.
farmers.
So because of the farmers, we could change time.
Yep.
Yeah. It gave them
Wow.
daylight hours.
Yeah. So we're going to go from British summertime back to Greenwich Mean Time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh.
y'all know that's crazy, right?
Although the Europeans call it Central European time.
How can they call it Central European? We're not in the centre of Europe.
Yeah, I know.
It's literally just there. I can poke it.
But the Europeans refer to it as CET.
Well, they can fuck off, can't they?
Mm.
David said they can fuck right on.
Yeah, they can fuck right off.
I,
Get off our lawn.
yeah. Get off my lawn.
You know what Pickle's done today?
What?
He squeezed a tub of super glue, which went all over my edge of my keyboard,
Oops.
right? And then my fingerprint reader that was hanging off the top of my microphone, he's knocked off and it's landed on it. Because I wasn't in the room at the time, it stuck so fucking solid that I was able to pick the keyboard up with the fingerprint reader and swing it around. That ain't coming off for no one. So now my fingerprint reader stuck to my keyboard,
Stanley knife will do it.
which would have been a good idea on the other side of the keyboard.
Hmm.
I'm not left-handed, I'm right-handed.
Oh, that's the problem.
Hey guys, I'm off. I will catch you later.
Catch you later.
Okay. Have a good one.
Yeah,
Just-
Justin.
Paul, does alcohol dissolve Loctite 401?
What's that?
Alcohol.
No, acetate, I think.
You need acetone.
See, Paul, it's your fault.
Nail varnish
One
remover.
that convinced me to buy.
Well, you know, yeah. If she's got some nail
varnish
polish remover, that would work too.
I need to get some of
Well,
that.
That's
because, but yes, I'm blaming you, Paul, because a few years ago you kept advertising Loctite 401. Get this stuff, it's good. So I did, and I never had a need for it. So it's all your fault, Paul.
Okay. No, it's your fault because you got pickle in the first place.
Yeah, but you told me to get the glue in before pickle.
it's a good
That's
job.
right.
It's a good job it didn't splash inside the keyboard. You press the return key and it sticks down.
It's all right. This morning when I got up, he landed on the bed, and I didn't see him on the bed, and he went round the back of the pillow and bit the back of my neck. And I looked round and I went, I know you're there, because he ducked down behind the pillow and he popped his head back up and went, peekaboo, like you little fucker. And then when I went back to sleep, I woke up about 12 o'clock and he was going, come on, come on, come on. Telling me to get up.
Yeah, my cat was changing places between laying on my chest or lying on the pillow next to my head, one or the other. She kept on moving from one to the other all night.
Yeah. And what makes it worse? Laura came on today and he bit her right on the cheek.
Made
And
it, worse,
bruised it.
that made it worse, Laura coming home today.
Oh, he bit Laura's cheek and bruised it really bad.
Ooh. So
Yeah.
that's got to go quick.
Yeah, that was him saying to Laura, "Where the fuck have you been?" So I had to lock him in. Right, come on, Bank, you're taking the piss now. Supposed to process payments at midnight, not fucking past.
No, it's about past.
I need it now. I've got items to buy. I've got them in my basket waiting. I'm buying a DJI gimbal and DJI microphones.
Oh, an Osmo.
Is it the Osmo?
The Osmo 6.
Now, I'm
the
getting
Osmo Mobile 6.
I'm getting the DJI Osmo
Seven. I've got the-
DJI Osmo Mobile SE.
Oh, did they do an SE?
Yeah.
I
Got a
think
question for you. These gimbals, do you put memory cards in them?
no, they literally just hold the phone.
Okay. So why everywhere
Stays
that I
level.
look, everywhere I've looked, Argos, Sainsbury's,
Hey, what did you order exactly?
the DJI Osmo Mobile SE, everywhere I've looked, it says when you put it into the basket, it goes, "We recommend a memory card." I'm like, what do I need a memory card for?
Yeah, don't take one.
That's why I don't get it.
It literally is to hold the phone steady. Although you can do a few extra bits and pieces with it.
Yeah,
it's got features on it.
You have to use the Mimo app.
Yeah, I know I can use it for Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can zoom in and out with it. You can switch between horizontal and vertical.
You know what? I just want to say, right? I've got items in my Curry's basket and I got items in my Argos basket. I can't get the Curry's items now because the bank didn't pay me in time and Curry's have taken the website down at midnight because they want to do some fucking maintenance.
They say when they're gonna be back up.
It'll be in the morning now, but I've got to. We've got to be out early tomorrow. Yippee! Been paid. Right, let's go spending. Oh, skin.
Yeah.
Pay now.
Mine hasn't gone in yet.
You're starting to sound like Paul now.
Mine hasn't gone in yet.
Oh, for God's sake. We've locked your account to protect personal details. Reset your password to unlock your account. Oh, fuck off.
That was your warning right there. Don't do it.
Now I've got to go to a fucking link to bloody.
Oh, mine's on Face ID.
Oh, this is doing my head in. Reset password link. Right. Now, going to Google. Found passwords. Oh, gosh.
EJ must be closing today.
All right.
Who's closing?
Yeah, TJ's working 3 till shut.
Yeah, he said he wasn't getting it home till after 10 or 10 because they're open till 9, aren't they?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
3 till close he was on. And Joe had 2 games to photograph, so
We go in the morning.
oh, the other Jim's Droning's there.
Go to trial. Yes, update the password.
Well, guys, what do you think?
As little as possible.
Have you had enough fun for tonight?
Your call.
Spend your nectar points. Okay, how many nectar points have I got? You have 752. Oh, great. £2.50 off. Fuck off.
Oh, Donald's blaming the whole China thing on Marco Polo.
Marco Polo.
He said Marco Polo started the trade link with China.
Pay with Argos card. No. Don't pay with Argos card.
I know it was a while back, Donald, but
Apple Pay. Why can't I just pay with
I
PayPal?
was just having a look through.
Just PayPal, for fuck's sake.
Might be a dumbass question, right? But
Probably.
it'd be dumb not to ask.
Go on.
Did anybody do the audit in DJI yet?
The what?
The audit
That
on
is-
DJI.
It's a good question. I haven't seen anything about it.
No, I haven't seen it either.
I don't know. They don't even talk about it no more. And then when the date comes, they go, "Oh, nobody did it, so you're
When have they
automatically
got-
banned."
When have they got until?
December something. December,
Another month.
was it the 1st, the 12th, 11th, something like that?
Oh, was it the 23rd or something? Just before the Christmas holidays.
Right, let's
I
see.
think it's in the teens. It's 17, 11th to 12th or something like that.
You know what? It took the
If
bank
they- if they
20
said it for the
minutes.
23rd, it definitely ain't nobody gonna be doing it then. Everybody gonna be
Mhm.
shut down with their families. And
Yeah,
repercussions.
they've already got Thanksgiving halfway through between now and then.
Yeah, Mark, it took the bank 20 minutes to process that payment into my bank account. Yeah. Even though the system went over at midnight, took it 20 minutes to say it's in your bank account. Right? It took them milliseconds to send me a text message saying you spent £150.
Yeah.
Hey, crap.
Yeah, mine still hasn't gone in my account yet. It's only 20 past. Got another 10 minutes yet, usually.
Is there anybody else on tonight?
Yeah, Lloyd's on at 1 o'clock. In half
At
an hour.
1 o'clock?
Well, 40 minutes. Yeah, it'll be 1 o'clock in the morning, our time.
Oh, yeah, okay.
In 40 minutes.
Okay, everybody, I think I'm gonna call it.
Yeah, okay. What are you calling it?
I'm calling it night night.
Fred. I think we should call it Fred.
Everybody behave yourselves and we'll see you again tomorrow.
You catch you later.
Bye
Night.
for now.
Later,